Hello all. So many things happening, not sure where to go with it. But let's just start out with what the latest UN report says about climate change. It's due to come out in September, but the pink always gets an early look at it. A new UN report says that misery worldwide is what's headed towards us if we do not cut emissions by 30%. There is great need for transformative changes to the land use. So the US, China, the EU, that means European Union, and India account for 60% of all greenhouse gas emissions. 60%. By 2100, flood damage is expected to increase by a magnitude 1,000-fold. Will there be any people left by 2100? The UN is saying we must adopt an ocean treaty as fast as possible, and the creation of ocean sanctuary, at least 30% more than what we have today, which is less than 10%. So let's think about this. The politicians in office right now are worthless. They're not doing anything. The Republicans are causing misery throughout the planet. In fact, the Orange Man just floated yet another corporate tax cut for the wealthy. And you know, the money has to come from somewhere. Of course, it comes from places like voting oversight, things like air pollution control, water pollution, regulations on how they build freeways and infrastructure, to how much mercury you get. But another thing that the useless Republican Party is floating is yet to get rid of all of the emission standards for oil and gas rigs. They say this is going to increase global climate change much faster. That's not including all the new forest fires and destruction to the rainforests throughout the world that's happening at an astonishing rate. But the Republican light, the Democrats, they don't have any answers. Bernie's the only one that's coming out with answers, and his aren't big enough. His aren't more imaginative enough. So we have two stale right-wing parties. Right now, we have the last possible ditch effort to change things. We have here in the U.S. an election 2020. But the thing is, see, if we went with a green candidate, not a Democrat or a Republican, a real green candidate, that candidate could replace all of the House of Representatives and 34 of the Senate members. They would have the leader, and they would have the House and part of the Senate. And they really could do something. So Pink is calling for the person that's out there, the true progressive, the one that can do it. I know you're out there. You know you're out there. You probably watch this channel every now and then. Hopefully you're watching the channel now. We're calling for you to come out now. Join the people of the world, and let's put a party together ourselves, or at least fix up the Green Party. But get away from these Democrats and Republicans that do nothing. The separation of children is still going on here in the U.S. Silencio. The people aren't complaining like they are in other countries. They're passively sitting there on their phone, desperately texting, day after day, year after year, just not paying attention to anything else. While the world is changing and the world is burning, we're on our phones here in the U.S. But you need to come out, that person, the magic person, the one who can fix everything. So, I definitely appreciate all the ups and the downs and the new subscribers. And until next time.